And hi, everybody. Um, I it's just me tonight, and it's called "The Shit's Going Real." It's going to get real. Um, the thing of it is I saw YouTube. Not YouTube, excuse me. Sorry, Yahoo, excuse me. All these things confuse me. I saw in Yahoo uh, a thing, and I clicked it. It had to be about the statues uh, basically, uh, like that are being taken down, and it just boggles my mind how these people can be so stupid. You know that they think just because uh, just because certain people were slave owners in the past, their statues have to be taken down. And I don't understand. It's just boggles my mind. Uh, right now, everything is becoming under fire. We got shows that came on fire. We have products because of certain things are considered racist, and like Land O'Lakes, and Mrs. Butterworth, and Ben. The Ben's rice, Uncle Ben's rice uh, coming under scrutiny. We got cereal mascots coming under scrutiny and being attacked, and it's like, where do we draw the line? And I feel the need of to voice my concern because a lot of people laying low and staying quiet because they don't want to cause waves. But I'm not here to cause waves. I'm not going to, I'm not going to rant like some people do. I'm here to speak reasonably, and share a lot of the stuff. And all this shit happened because of George Floyd. Now, it was said that because of the stupid police officer and his fellow comrades, just well, they're one of the guys had the knee on his throat, and the other two were just standing there when they could have just pulled him off and stopped it right there. All three are idiots, morons, but they're not. They're not. Uh, those bad apples are not. There's good police, so those bad apples should be judged as the bad apples. But the police should not be judged because of those bad apples. So I mean, and it's like ever since that death, we've had riots, we had stores looted, destroyed, cars burned, people injured. Some of them, uh, I've heard some people really injured, major bad, maybe even killed. And I mean, these rioters don't really care property, personal property, persons. They don't give a rat's patootie. Or I say rat's ass. I don't care. This is mature. This is not suitable for kids. And it's time for us Americans who are not offended to stand up and say, "Hey, now wait a minute. You are going to remove these statues of our history? Now wait a minute. Yes, they may have been during the time they had slaves and everything, but that doesn't justify who they are. People are people and they're going to do stupid things, but it's not going to defer what they have done in history. Um, Hello, Sudoku. Uh, okay. If I was one of the bystander cops, I'm not sure. I wouldn't have expected the cop to go that far and would trust him to just be using reasonable force to subdue him. Yeah, that's true, Sudoku. That's true. But the problem is you got idiots who who don't know that they think of putting their knee on someone's throat is a way to subdue. I mean, that's not a way to subdue anybody. And I've read they have gone after Jefferson Davis. They've gone against Ulysses S. Grant. They've gone after Theodore Roosevelt, Andrew Jackson, and Thomas Jefferson, and George Washington. When I read about the Ulysses S. Grant, I'm like, okay. But when they went after Theodore Roosevelt, now it's like, wait a minute. He definitely was not racist. None of these guys that names I just read off would be considered racist. Yeah, they may have owned slaves, but that's them. But that doesn't describe them. I mean, they did a lot for this country. Yes, they screwed up. You know, oh, listen, I've heard they're even going after Splash Mountain and Splash Mountain Disneyland. Why would they go after that? I'm like, God, that's just a ride. I also saw on Yahoo that there was mention about replacing the national anthem. What the fuck are they? Dare I drop the F bomb? But I'm like, what the fuck? That's not a racist song. Or that has no racist meaning. It's ridiculous. This is going way too far. When are we, the people, are going to stand up and the people who are not offended going to stand up and say, we don't, when are we going to stand up and voice our concern instead of sitting on the sidelines and keeping our mouth shut and not saying, hey, wait a minute, they may have done this in the past, but they have done a lot of good. Just you can be upset about them owning slaves, but don't be upset, offended. Take the offense and learn from it. A lot of these people who are being offended now are those people, it's just idiots and morons. I mean, they don't really listen to history. I think it's over one of the songs of the South songs. I've never been to Disneyland, but I think I've been. Disneyland's in California, right? Sudoku. Disney's in California. Hey, Rocket, my favorite raccoon. Hey, how you doing? When you live in a world so insane, they tell you your air conditioning is sexist and that nature is racist. Anything? Yeah. Good one, Rocket. Good one. They're addicted to offense like yeah. I think it's like a drug. That was like they're offended by it's like one of these days we won't be able to talk to our neighbors, let alone to our children's teacher. We wouldn't be able to hold a decent conversation. As a cashiers, you wouldn't be able to, be friendly. You would have to like take, ring up, tell the order, take the cash, give it back the cash, and say, have a nice day, bye. Be like a robot, I think yes, but there's an old Disney musical called Song of the South that I think has a song playing during the ride. That's there's some things I don't know, but trust me, I mean they are going way too far. I mean, excuse me here. I mean, I told someone this, and I kid you not, I think we're going to end up within our Civil War the way this is going. All these statues being taken down, some of them were toppled down by protesters. I mean, God, it's just it really boils my blood. They've gone after shows, they've gone after cartoons, they've gone after movies. Uh, they've gone after products on like cereal and syrup and Uncle Ben and rice, which is Uncle Ben's rice, and Land O'Lakes butter, and 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 I'm thinking, what else is gonna be freaking this? And why spread that on Yahoo about the statues? I'm like, oh my fucking god! I mean, I cannot believe this. You know, Rucker. I was thinking, Rucker, you said, okay, I don't care about what has happened in the past. We can't change it. We need to work together to make the present. You know what, Rocket? You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. It's like we can't change that past, but we got to work together to make the present that we're living in a better place. And you hit the nail on the head, Rocket. That is so true. And so many people don't really think about that. The ones who are offended, all they think is, oh, it's offense, it's racist, we need to get rid of it. And it's like we need to get rid of it because we're offended. But they neglect to see, neglect to really think. It's like, okay, this was the past. Well, how can we get away? And some of them say, so I've heard someone says they set racist, they set their movement back 50 years the way they're going. The problem is if it's war, I have no idea what the hell these lunatics want as victory. Yeah, that's true. What do they want as victory? They cut out every little freaking thing that's part of our history. Is that what they're trying to do? Erase all this history, all this rich history that made America great. I mean, it's like what are we going to teach your kids anymore? I mean, excuse me here, what are we going to teach them? What are we going to tell them whenever they're seeing these statues taken down and they ask them, what's this about? And it's like, how do we, some kids, the young ones, they don't understand what the heck's going on. But the older ones, excuse me, why don't you grow some and wake up and see what you're doing is hurting others? In a way, it is. It's hurting the history of the United States. All they seem to want is a new enemy. Yeah. Although everyone is that. Yes, that's true. They want every little thing as enemy. You know what? This reminds this. This is just as bad as slavery. Just as bad. Okay, they want this mythical utopia where everything is perfect and equal in every way, and that is impossible. Yeah, it's impossible to get a perfect world. It is impossible because we're not perfect people. We all have flaws. These people that are offended, they don't look at their own flaws. They just look at others. It's like my saying is, why those in glass houses, why throw stones? It's like, it's ridiculous because all they're doing is they're looking at the negative stuff, but they're not looking at the long run. The long run of it's just yes, it makes my blood boil, but it's like, I'm proud to be American. I'm proud to be born in this country. I'm proud of my country. I'm proud to be American. Land of the free, home of the brave. Where I have a right to free speech, right to voice what I want to say. But the way this thing is going, this country is not going to be a free country anymore. Free speech, basically, because everybody's going to be freaking afraid to say anything. And I think that's the reason why some of us Americans are not speaking out on this. they're not speaking out. Hey, Liz, how you doing? It's just me tonight. We have a very happy Lizzie tonight. Liverpool have won. Oh, cool, great, congrats to them. Um, Tall people succeed more easily than people who are short. It is not fair, but it's how it is. So, do we all have to be the same height? I don't think anybody, unless you want to be physically stretched, I don't think anybody could be the same height. But it's just the whole thing here is people are not speaking up and voicing their concerns. What why you know it kind of upsets me, but it doesn't offend me. But it upsets me because of what they're doing, what they think is fixing this problem. It's not. It's just making things worse. You know, it's just I just don't understand it. I mean, um, I'm thinking, what else next is going to come under fire? And I hate to say that, but that's what I'm thinking. It's like, what else is going to be come after? You know, um, it's just, and it's just not here in the U.S. It's like I know that there's some places that it's also they've been dealing with it too, but this this trying to get rid of all the negative stuff by removing the statues just because they had slaves. Well, excuse me. It's like, okay, they may have at the time had slaves, but that doesn't mean they're a bad person. You know, and some people makes mistakes and they're thinking, oh, we're so perfect, but these people, we need to remove them because they had slaves, they're not good people. Well, excuse me, is any, if they look at themselves, I wonder if they're good. Like I said, no one is actually perfect. There's no perfect person, and they're trying to, someone says, they're trying to make a perfect world. They're trying to make it perfect. The peaceful world. Well, you know what? What they're doing is they're causing upset and waves of some people, and I think some of the people, they're upset what's being done is not voicing their concerns, not saying anything, but they're keeping quiet. And the more they keep quiet, the more this is getting done, you know? And I know I don't particularly like President Trump, but he's the president. And I hope he does something about this, kind of put a stop to this, you know? But it's just, this is getting way out of hand. It's like, how far are they gonna go? Anybody have an idea how far do you think they'll go? And what do you think will be the next thing to come under fire? You know, that will be suffering. Um, uh, anybody anybody here think what will they go have an idea what they will go on next to get rid of it besides what we already know? You know, I'm sorry, it's just me tonight. it's just me today here. Just saying, okay. I don't like Trump, but I'm looking forward to him winning in November. Okay. um, okay. I mean, that's okay. That's you know, to me, it doesn't really matter. If you vote for Trump, fine. If you don't, you don't. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Oh, thanks. Doing this all by myself. This is new. I it's just it says I like I said, the only reason why I'm doing this stream is what I read last night on Yahoo. It just really pissed me off to no return. It's going to be the salt mine. Okay, let's see what Rocket says. They will keep going until someone stops them. They have no end goal. They just want, yep, that's true. They want chaos. And I'm just surprised no one is standing up against this or saying anything and say, hey, stop, we need to do something. We need to do something to stop this from happening, because pretty soon we're not going to have America. We're not going to have this country where it's freedom of speech, because everybody's going to be afraid to say anything. We're going to be afraid to talk to our neighbor or talk to like a teacher or a teller or a cashier. I mean, we're going to be afraid to, if we go to the grocery stores, can't find anything, we're going to be afraid to ask someone, oh, where's this located? Where's that located? Because they might jump all over us. It's just, we do not, it's oh God, it just makes my blood boil. It really does. I don't understand why they're doing this. That's true. Things keep going at the rate they're going. We won't recognize them. Yeah, that is true. That is definitely true. They say we're not getting rid of history. There's going to be history. Excuse me, it's not. You're getting rid of statues and all that, and that goes to history. If you don't have that there's no history, remembrance of history. I mentioned to my boyfriend, and I'm having a feeling the next thing that's going to come under fire is President's Day. I really believe they're going to go after that because, we don't want to celebrate their birthdays because, they own slaves. I mean, it's like, excuse me, that is ridiculous. They're going after, it's it's beyond me. It really blows my mind what all doing. And we're not gonna have a freedom of speech anymore because everybody's gonna people are gonna be afraid to voice their concerns, to voice how they feel about things. They're not gonna be able to. I mean, I think this place is gonna come under communist rule, the way it's going. But we got a president that's, trying to do what's right. I mean, he's the president. He's got the office. Like I said, don't particularly care for his president, but, he's the president. He's got the office, and he's doing the best he can. That's all I have to say. But we need someone to stand up against these people. Okay, and I agree that they probably won't stop unless they're stopped. I think they're going to go after anything and everything that's connected with white people, connected with the pre-civil rights. Oh my, yeah, yep. I wonder if they're going to do anything about the Civil War, if they're going to take that out of history. I mean, I'm like racking my brain trying to think of things that, that they would consider like races or free slavery. They pull down statues of people who owned slaves hundreds of years ago, while happily ignoring the countries that still have slaves. This is, yep. I heard even there's some places in Africa, some of the people over there have slaves in Africa. There's still slaves in Africa. I mean, there's countries that still have people as slaves. I mean, excuse me, Here we have freedom. We have, you know, we have a Neil. Welcome to my lonely person chat. Just me. Geez, people say I talk too much, so here I could get away with this one. But it's just it's just unreal. All this stuff is coming under fire. We need to stand up and put our foot down and say, no, this has got to stop. You know, I don't know who we talk to. Um, I don't know who we try to get hold of to voice their concerns about this. Qatar has over 2 million people in slavery. Where that is, I have no idea. I mean, I don't know much about, but you know, the pyramids were built by slaves. Everything. Oh, Neil and Tom. Good one, Neil. Good one. That's a good one. We all need a good laugh too. But I mean, all these places were built by slaves. The pyramids. Uh, hey, be nice, Liz. Be nice to Neil. Anyway, I know I'm joking about that one. Anyway, it's just this is so freakingly unreal. I don't know who we can talk to about this. Uh, wait a minute. Qatar is one of the Gulf states right by Dubai and Saudi Arabia. Oh, okay. You know, I don't know how. I mean, I've been out of school for how long, and sometimes I forget and forget. Sometimes I forget my geography. Uh, Al Jabee's ear from there. Okay, hope I'm not. I'm sorry if I butcher names. Please forgive me. I know you are, Liz. I knew you are. I'm just teasing you. It's all in jest. Now, if it was someone else, they would be offended by that. They would definitely be offended by that. They won't take. Blacks were sold to Europeans, Americans by their own liege in Yeah, that's true. People here that say, "Oh, we're gonna get rid because these like U.S. slaves in Washington, all these people they own slaves, but they tend to forget it was their own countrymen that sold their you know so the people in Africa sold those people from Africa to the white men. And it's their own countrymen who did that, and they forget that is the case. So they should. I think a lot of these people do not know what they don't even think of the true history. They just see the negative. It's like all this negative, and that's all they ever see and stuff. And they don't, they run with it. Pretty soon, as Jason said, we're not gonna have a country. It's not gonna be America, land of the free. It's like someone told me that now they're gonna let the NFL players uh, get on their knees during the national anthem. Now, wait the fuck about that. The national anthem was when it's played, you should stand and put your hand, and stand at at the national anthem, you know, and that it's just why down getting your knees? That's a disrespect to the veterans. Al Jazeera, the state's run TV station of Qatar, it became quite heavily watched during the Iraq War, since it offered the coverage of the war that wasn't pro-Western. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Let's see. If parsnips leaves, what am I going to put in the, oh, good one, Liz, good one, good one. Save the parsnips. Save the yeah, what are you gonna do? Save the parsnips, yeah. But it's like people say Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. What about all lives? Jewish, people from India, uh, African American, Japanese, Chinese, Italian, uh, people from Rome. Don't know what we call them, Romania or what. Uh, and it's like Native Americans. Their lives all matter. I mean, they all matter. Okay, what about that? What about Naked Gun? Oh, I love the bit in the Naked Gun where Leslie Nielsen has to sing the national anthem at the baseball game. And oh yeah, that one okay. That's good. That would be funny. But it's just this country is getting way out of hand in here in the U.S. And Neil or Liz, is it getting worse over there in the UK? I mean, I noticed it's here, but I wonder if it's also in the UK as well, because I don't think we have anything here in newsworthy here that covers what's going on in the UK. I mean, we only know maybe some things, I believe. Sometimes it's hard to trust the news these days, because sometimes they run with the story and they run it into the ground. I mean, they keep badgering, same over and over and over again. It's like, wait a minute. It's like pretty soon we're going to get so sick and tired of hearing it. You know, it just it's unreal. I don't know if this is a joke, or I don't know if someone did this as a joke or if it's really true, that they're going after the Wizard of Oz. Now, I'm kind of wondering if that's because it offends little people. And I don't know, but it's just, it's just, okay. They have all gone crazy in London, but they're mostly but okay, they're all going crazy in London, but they are mostly crazy in London. Okay, does not make sense, Neil, but that's okay. We have our SJWs and Antifa crazies over here too. Yes, that's the first time I heard someone say about Antifas. I've never really, you know, it might have been be mentioned on the news, but I may not have caught it, word wise. But you know, all these people, they're trying to they're setting back they're setting it back 50 years, and it's like, we're always going to have racism in this country. There's always racism, and it's always going to be there. Where they, even if they want to get rid of stuff because, oh, this is racist, or this is about slavery, it's never going to leave. It's never going. The Wizard of Oz is probably offensive to witches or some of the bad shit crazy. Yeah, true. It's definitely true. You asked what's it like in the UK? So I said they have gone crazy. Okay, I got Neil. We have crazies everywhere too. Even here in the US, we got some crazies. It's called California. That's where all the nuts are. You know, we have that in California, so that's where the crazies are. Well, I'll probably get muted for that. I think Antifa actually started in Germany and they spread to the rest of Europe and America. Okay, interesting. I mean, you know, it's like they're trying to get all this stuff that remind of slavery and comes across racist, but they neglect. They forget. It's just there's always been racists in this country, and we've always had people that are racist and stuff like that, and we always have them. They're always there, and you're trying to get rid of those people that are long but dead, that can't speak for themselves, you know? So I think they got particularly bad in America because I think they get a lot of fun from Hillary. Okay, 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 that may be true. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing in particular though. But the thing of it is uh, people think I'm crazy. People think I'm crazy. As thanks, Neil. Thanks, Neil. That's a good one. That is definitely a good one. There are racist people everywhere, but they are small minded. Yes, that's true. They are small minded morons. They don't really have much of a brain, or they don't use their brain. Someone told me I had to join Antifa. I misheard what they said. Let's just say that Ant Eater was oh, Rocket. Bro, I love you, Rocket. You are so, oh God, you make everything so enjoyable. You know, you make everything so enjoyable. But it's just, it's just, it's, it is just gone. Everybody's going batshit crazy over something. And all these people that have the statues who own slaves, they're dead. They're gone. That's the past. We can't change it. Let's just try to make this place a better world. It kind of reminds me of one of the Michael Jackson songs. God, for the life of me, I can't think. I can't think of the name of the song, but in the lyrics it says, "Let's make this world a better place." I mean, we need to make this place better, but not the way we're doing it now, not the way these idiots are doing it. And I'm here to speak up against this, voice my concern and stuff. And I don't give a rat's ass if someone thinks oh, let's censor her. I don't care. Censor me all you want. I really don't care. Yes, yes, Liz, you got it right. You got it right. That's the song, Heal the World. That is a song. And it's like, it's like sometimes some of these songs, like Heal the World, it's like somehow, maybe Michael Jackson saw something, saw something that we didn't see, because right now, that's basically what this world needs. We don't need these statues ripped down. We don't need these shows pulled. We don't need to see some of these shows censored. Some of the mascots, because saying they're racist. We don't need all of this. We need to say, okay, this is where past. Let's try to make things better. Heal what is done. I mean, I'm hoping I'm making sense here, because sometimes in my head sounds good, but it doesn't come out the right way. but it's just it's just I don't look like doing streams like this. I just want to be positive. I want to do positive stuff. But sometimes I believe there's a time to voice our concerns, to just let our voice be heard, and I believe there's a time. There's a time for any. There's a in the Bible. I don't know where's that. It's like there's a time for this and there's time for that. There's always a time for, there's a time for everything. And it's like, I think now is a time for us to stand up and say, hey, wait a minute, this is not the way to go, and stand up against all these people that take offense and trying to ruin the very nature of what our country was built on, and what our countries were built on. I mean, it's just, the way I look at it is Native Americans, they won't even go after the statue because they respect history. Even though the white man treated them rotten, they still respect the history. They respect history because history is history, and you learn from it and make sure you don't make the same mistake again. They're not, they don't shout for, oh, this is racist, or this is racist against us, and this is this, and they don't go after statues because, oh, this is bad. No, it's because they respect the history. I mean, they respect it, and it's I don't see any, it's just the black people who are finding everything offensive. So is this white people have to bend, have to get on knees to these black people and say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Even though that we never done anything wrong, it was all these people 100 some years ago. I mean, do we need to apologize for what the people who done that in the past? We need to apologize for them, because that's why I feel like these black people want us. They want us to apologize for what were, all these famous people who owned slaves. From the past, some of the presidents that owned slaves back, like in the 1800s, 1700s, 1900s. Do we have to pay for that history now when no one has a slave in America? There's no slaves in America no more. It's like, what do these black people want us to apologize? Well, all I'm gonna say is I'm sorry that I'm sorry that happened in the past, but that's the past. Let's move on. The past is the past. The future is the future. We are living in the present. It's a gift each day. This present is a gift. We have to live it each day. Take one day at a time. Smell the roses. Enjoy life. Live it to the fullest. I think some of these morons who are doing this are not really thinking, that their actions is going to have I can't say it. Their actions are just actions on what they're doing are going to there's going to be ripples, and there's going to be more people. It's just going to keep on going on and on. And if this doesn't stop, I really see a civil war. I really see a civil war. Brian Ferry was a slave to love for what? What do you mean, Rocket? Can you explain that? History is history for the reason is there for us to learn from and not repeat the same mistakes. Right on, Liz. Right on, Liz. Hey, Dean. Nice to see you. And just, it's all by myself, Dean. Just me, myself, and I. And it's just me. It's a song. Okay, Rock. Okay, Rock. I got it. um, there's some things I can catch on something, but like I said, it's just we need to voice our concerns. We need to stand up. For stand up for what we believe is right, what we believe should be done, and speak up, speak our mind. You know, we need. Um, you can't fight in here. This is a war. Okay, okay, interesting, Sudoku. But it's just we need to speak. We need to speak up and say, hey, uh, we need we need uh, we need to fix this so we can have you know a better world, not 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 do the way we're doing it now. We need to stand up. Stand up. Yep, you're right. Free speech is important to all. Yes, we need this. We need free speech. So all this stuff is being censored. Then that means free speech is going to be censored, and people are not going to be able to have free speech. So where this going? I feel that's probably getting taken from us, and it's like I know you guys are from the UK, but the history is when the English came over here, they wanted to be able to have free speech, freedom of religion, with no, not be persecuted. You know, the problem is you can't fix it because those being dumb just yep, true. It goes in one ear and out the other ear. They don't really care to listen to the truth, listen to reason. And like I said, those in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Those people who want a statues taken down because the person who's like George Washington, that they had slaves, whenever they around that time when they were alive. Well, those people are not looking at themselves because they may have some issues in their life, but instead of focusing on the deal what's going on instead of them, they turn around and attack what they think is um, slavery and racist and everything. Um, suppress history, art, freedom. Last lot last lot that did that was the Taliban and the Nazi party. Yep, the Nazis. Didn't in Germany, didn't they burn books? I believe they burnt books in Germany. And the way it's going now, I think that's what's going to happen. Burning books, burning, uh, just destroying. I think that's what's going to happen here next. It's like, geez, the one, my country used to be so great, but the way it's going now is going downhill. As I say, going to hell in a handbasket. Burnt the books the Nazi Party didn't agree with. Yeah, and it's going to be the Black Lives Matter is going to burn the books that they don't agree with. I mean, I wonder if they're going to go after Huckleberry Finn. I mean, they already changed some of the words in Huckleberry Finn to make it sound a little bit nicer, but still they're going to look at it as, oh, it's part of slavery. It's part of this, and it's part of that. I think they're going to go after Huckleberry Finn next. I mean, That's one thing. Yeah, yeah, that's a resounding thing. All lives matter. Every life. Yes, so true. But these people neglect to forget that other people, there are other people's lives matter just as well as them, but that's all they see. It's just like, all they see is themselves. It's, that I think they're saying is poor, pitiful me. I burned a book once, left it under. Okay, okay, Rocket. That's a good one. Um, Changing Splash Mountain in Disney now. Oh my God, my lord! Oh, it is going way too. And ready, here or not, here's the F bomb. It's going way too fucking far. I'm sorry. There's the F bomb. I don't care. And this is set for adult only. No kids should watch this because it's not suitable for kids. Um, but it's just they're going way too far. I mean, even my mom is getting outraged about this and upsets her. And I know Mr. Hyde gets upset because he loves history. Looks like it's going to be rebranded to Princess and the Frog. Oh, what? Okay, okay. Now is they're going way too fucking far. You know, I mean, they're going way too far. I mean, this right here is uncalled for. Going toward trivial stuff is ridiculous. I mean, it's downright stupid. You know, you have to understand this is the first stream with just me talking, so I hope you guys don't get bored of me. It's like some people say I talk too much, but anyway. Uh, uh, Urgent. Yes, I'm glad you could join, Dean. I'm glad you could join. I mean, it's just, and you can understand this is not really much a rant stream. This is just a voice concern, sharing, you know, sharing how I feel, voicing my concern, because I read that on Yahoo, not Yahoo, about those statues, and I read, oh my fucking God, I can't believe it. Ulysses S. Grant, uh, Andrew Jackson, George Washington, Theodore Roosevelt, Andrew Davies. I'm like, what the fuck? And here's a bomb again. Um, I'm so angry and frustrated over all this crap. You're not the only one, Dean. You are not the freaking only one. I am too. I'm getting so sick of all this. Uh, the princess kissed the frog, turned into the prince. She said, will you marry me? And the prince said, piss off. I'm not marrying. Ah! Good one. Good one. Good one. I'll do one, but I'll get paid. Dean, Dean, that sounds like a challenge. This sounds like a challenge. Have you heard that the Dixie Chicks are now calling themselves the Chick? No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Okay. That's more virtual signaling, knee bending, bull. Okay. I don't know what that means, but anyway, it's just everywhere is getting so ridiculously crazy. I mean, but they have literally stopped writing and doing destroying of stores and everything. They kind of stopped that, but what they're doing now is far worse. They're doing this. Uh, and I think I don't know, maybe they're thinking of doing this to piss off other people. I don't know. But I just wanted to get my thoughts. I wanted to get how I feel out. You know, I just want these idiots to wake up, which I doubt they're gonna really pay attention. I doubt they're gonna wake up and realize, hey, wait a minute. You know, it's unreal. And it's crazy. It literally is crazy. And my mom said they've talked to changing the taking the presents off the money. Well, that's going to cost money to make new plates, make new plates, and stuff to make the money without the presents on. So it's like, where are they going to get that money from? If they decide to do it that way. I mean, I keep wondering how much more how I can't I'm trying to think of the words without sound proper, not poor grammar. I'm just wondering, how bad is it going to get? Point blank. How bad is this going to get for people like us and people who are tired of what's going on to stand up, and say, hey, wait a minute. I don't bend the knee for anyone. Nobody is better than me, and I am better than nobody else. They really need to get some real problems to moan about, because these things are not problems. Yes, Neil, that is so true. That is definitely true. The stuff that get ruined now it's not the problem. The problem is from within. They're the one that are taking offense. Then there's something wrong with them, that they have to take it on an inanimate. They have to take it on something that's just, I don't know. Sometimes that's when you have a hard time thinking how to say things, how to word it right. They're taking this out on some, they're taking it out on statues and TV shows, and cartoons, but they're not looking within. They're trying to find some other things to blame but themselves. What if someone was born without knees? Saying is offensive. I demand it. Yeah, good one. Good one, Rocket. Good one, Rocket. Good one. But I think these people, they don't look at themselves and say, okay, don't look at what's going on within them. They decide to blame everything else, but take a look at themselves and see what's going on within them. But yet they take it out on all these things because, oh yes, it's offensive. Well, if it's offensive, there's something inside of you that's causing that problem. So take care of yourself instead of going after statues, movies, TV, and like certain things that have like Aunt Jemima, the woman, and Uncle Ben's, and it's unreal. It really is unreal. And I really didn't want to do this, but after reading that thing about what they did for strategists, I said, okay, I just got to voice my concern. It's just, this is it's we're dealing with this pandemic, and then on top of pandemic, we had George Floyd dies because of a few bad cops. and then it turns around and we have protests, and then we have rioters who destroy property and harm people, and then now this. It's like, oh my god. Um, as for banning TV movies that have something offensive in them, I don't watch it then. Don't watch it then. If it offends you, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Just turn off the TV. And those people think, okay, oh, I'm offended by this, and I'm going to but it's like, don't watch it. Um, if you're if something offends you, like such and something, look at it and say, okay, let's study this. Let's learn from this, and understand why. Learn. Find out what George Washington went through before you judge him because he had slaves. It's like, these guys weren't perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. I mean, that's what these people think. I'll get rid of these statues because we want a perfect world. There's never going to be a perfect world to those people. I'm going to say, wake up. You're not going to make this a perfect world doing this. You're not going to make it perfect because no one is perfect. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's, I don't know. It's just, okay. Can we be in series 11 and 12, Doctor Who, because it's offensive to good? Yeah, true. Yeah, we might as well do that. I get, it's, but, it may offend some people, but some other people may like it. But the way I look at it is, something is offensive to me. It's like, okay, I deal with it. I don't say, oh, get rid of that. It offends me. I never do that. These people turn, I wonder if these people are going to get, the ones turning down the statues, I wonder if they're going to get judged. Because we're all going to be judged by our actions. And I believe that. Yeah, that's true. Not only offensive to good actors, just plain. Yeah, true. But you have to understand, Dean, there's some people that don't find it offensive, that they like it. So we have to be respectful to those people. I mean, if it offends us, others may like it. So, we got, let people enjoy that, even though it's, season 11 and 12 was like, oh, god awful, of Doctor Who. But the way I look at it is, I don't know how we're going to be able. I mean, I wonder where we go to voice their who we talk to try to stop this from happening with the statues. And I think, and like I said, it's like Jason said, this is not going to be the U.S. anymore. This is not going to be America. Her costumes. Yeah, yep, right. Same with me. I can't even look at myself. I mean, I can't even look at her. Oh, I wouldn't say her voice is offensive, but it's just it annoys the hell out of me. It's like Neil's on a chalkboard. But it's just, a lot of us find something offensive, but we don't do anything. Say, okay, we're going to do something to take care of this thing that we're offended by. We don't do that. We just, ignore it and move on. I mean, it's like, okay, fine, I'm offended by that, but I'm not going to let it bother me. It's like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. Well, some words do hurt, but you have to learn to take a few you need to toughen up sometimes. It's offensive to clowns as well because she isn't the clown. She isn't in the clown union, but she yeah Neil, that's so true. That's so true. But see, we say that and we laugh about it, and to us that's to us that's just you know but someone's gonna find offensive about this joking around like that with Doctor Who and stuff like that with Miss Whitaker or the person that shall not be named. um some may take offense the way we some of the things we say. They may take offense, but it's you know I'm not gonna down Jodie Whittaker. I mean, she's got to be good for something a show. She's good at, but she's not good as a doctor. Sorry, and it's just she don't know how to carry a sci-fi show. And plus, there's no good writers either. But but the thing of it is I'm getting sick and tired of these little things. They're just getting attacked, and this is offensive and that's offensive. And we got to take rid of this and we got to get rid of that. Uh, it's like we don't. That's the point. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Yeah, that's the point. It is a joke that anything else gets banned at all. It's like you can't even joke about something without someone taking offense by it. I mean, if you look at some of the comedy, I mean, some of them take jabs at certain things, and some people cry, "Oh, it's offensive, it's offensive," but it's a joke, man. It's just a joke. It's like I don't think some people even have a freaking sense of humor. I mean, God forbid. You know, it's unreal. It's like I can call Mr. Hyde a Canuck, and it doesn't offend him because he's from Canada, and he's not offended by that. And I'm a Yank, and I'm proud to be a Yank. You know, I'm a Northerner. I'm a Yank. I'm proud of being a Yankee. And it's just like you over and I can't think of a nickname for those people in the UK. I know people from Australia I call them Aussies, and people from Canada I call them Canucks. You know, and I mean, and people in New Zealand are called Kiwis. So I mean, if someone calls that offensive, it's not. It's just it's just play on words, just being funny. But some people will probably take offense to that, and it's just I I think we need to speak up against this and voice our concerns about what's going on and try to see if we could put a stop to this, because pretty soon there's not gonna be it's not gonna be the same again. It's just gonna be it's not gonna be we're not gonna have any freedom anymore. We won't have free speech, free anything, because it would all be censored. um, I have traveled all over the world and see the best and worst of humanity, and sometimes I wonder if it was all worth it to lose friends so these idiots can do this. It makes me so mad. Yeah, true. I mean, look at the veterans, look at the people who fought in the war. I mean, that fought for the freedom. I mean, God, if the ones who fought in the Civil War for the free of America, you know, well, Civil War's brother against brother, North against South. But if some of the wars that we fought in for our freedom, and then you have these idiots trampling and knocking over statues, um, what's that going to be the soldiers who fought for the freedom for this country? I mean, it's just going to be for nothing. I just thought that will offend. But if you are from New Zealand and are gay, are you? Oh God, Rocket! Oh God, Rocket! Now that's good. We are all from an area called the Black Country. Wonder how long before they want to change that. And we are often referred as yam yams. Okay, that yam yams. That's something new I learned, Liz. I had no idea about that. Yeah, yeah, the Black Country. I can understand that. And I wonder how long that's going to be before they decide to. Oh, let's change that. We can't have the word. We can't have the. We can't have that. Name. We got to change it. Pretty soon, there's not going to be any reference of anything about history. I mean, it's just going to be all. And it's like, and all those soldiers who fought for the freedom, it's there's not going to be. They're just going to be nothing. They fought for nothing. Um, I still get funny looks from people when I say I live in blank country. Laugh out loud. I don't even. I understand that. That would, yeah. You don't need to explain it. You don't really need to explain it. But the thing it is, it's unreal, and pretty soon it's not going to be free country anymore. It's not even have a freedom of speech. And I wonder how long it's going to be before they go after YouTube and say, oh, these people can't talk about Doctor Who. Oh, these people can talk about this show or that show. I mean, I wonder, it probably won't be long before YouTube is going to be censored. Oh God, that would be a scary day if that does happen. I mean, there goes freedom there because um, believe this or not, but it's true. I have heard people say that it is racist for a white person to wear black. Oh gosh! If someone has black on, and you know, what about funeral? You can't wear black at a funeral. I mean, geez, a lot of people wear black in, when someone died, they go to funeral, they go to calling hours, and they go to funeral, and they're dressed in black. What are they supposed to be dressed up in? Purple, pink, and purple, pink, and blue? Liz, damn, I screwed. I have a lot of black clothes. I got a bunch of black shirts. I mean, what am I screwed too? I mean, when I worked at Burlington, which used to be Burlington Coat Factory, we were supposed to wear black shirts, black pants, or khakis. Now, I wore black shirt and black pants, or khakis, one of the two. I'm screwed then because most of my t-shirts are black because black is much more slimming. Black is much more slimming. Wouldn't it be stripes? Um, yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Now, see how the stream is going. I thought no one was going to show up, and I'm kind of glad that some people showed up. It's kind of make it a lot easier. I mean, I've never just did a stream of just with no guests, just me. So this is the first and only first. I mean, I've seen a live stream where Dean was the only person talking. I wondered where the other people were. Sorry, I mean, but it's just it's just it's just it's unreal. Um, they they say strapes are slimming, but that is based on the fact that no one has ever seen a fat seed frog. Oh my God, Rocky, you just, you light up, you just make everything. You got the best sense of humor. I mean, you are a crazy raccoon, and that's what I appreciate about you. You know, just it's just. I think we're just going to wake up, voice our concerns, and hopefully get heard and about this to try to get some change and to get back to what they've taken away and what they're trying to get rid of. I mean, this is a free country here in the U.S. and you know, and I is I think the UK is free, isn't it? Speaking free speech. Uh, Joan Jett and the Beige Hearts just don't have. Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. Doesn't that one? That would not sound good. That just wouldn't. That wouldn't jive. I mean, even NASCAR banning the Confederate flag is just. They wait until now to decide to do something, and decide to say, okay, this offend, this offend. I think this is. I think people were offended, but now since George Floyd, they decided to come out of the wood. We're going to say, okay, this offends this offends that, and those people are allowing them and allow them to bend their knee to change things, to take the statues, agree to take the statues down, and to take off the shows that these people find offensive. So apparently they must have a voice. So if they have a voice, I think we should have a voice as well. I mean, what y'all think? You think we should have a voice and speak up against this? Because I know some people are just saying, oh, just quietly keeping quiet, just hoping it just dies down. It doesn't seem like it's dying down yet. And I don't want to wait until it gets too late for someone, you know, I don't want to wait until it's too late and say, oh, we got to stop this when it's already, they should have stopped it right earlier when they knew this was how this was going, but they're not stopping it. Something should be done before it gets real bad. I mean, don't you all think that? I know I'm not from the South, but I still say y'all. I just can't see. I can't say you all. Drives me nuts. Well, not nuts. Just, I can't. It's hard to do, but it's like, do you all think we should do something to stop this now before it gets really bad? Well, it's bad now, but because I don't see it dying down anytime soon. I don't know if it's going to die down. Never apologize for the way you speak. Yeah, I'm not going to apologize for the way for what I'm saying because that's not me. I'm not going to apologize. You know, the devil came and saw me on bended knee and thought he had won. Then I said, "Amen." Stood up and drew my. Yep, good one, Dean. Good. I like that. I like that. We should stand up. we literally should stand up and say, enough is enough. You know, it's just enough is enough. It's time to stand up and say, okay, this is enough, and demand this to be taken care of so it doesn't go too far. I am always ready to defend my country and beliefs. Yep, yep. I may be a female, but yeah, last time I checked, uh, but I'm ready to defend my country and what I believe in. I mean, I don't know. And it's like, well, give me. My boyfriend's got swords, so I could just take the sword and just. If you come near me, I was like, I'll be like Highlander. It's like one goes heads ahead, goes off. But the thing of it is, there's a good way to defend it. Um, let's see. I defended it for 12 years as a soldier for what I don't know. Uh, my brother was in the Air Force. My dad was in the Army, and my boyfriend was the Coast Guard. So, in fact, they, you know, they were there ready. My dad was in Germany for 2 years, and you know, and my brother was in the Air Force, but there was one. I forget I forget what place they were sending the Air Force to. It was another country. I forget what it was called. And my brother called and told me, and I'm like almost lost it because I would not want my brother to go to war. That would scare me most than anything. If my brother had to go to war, that would that that would bother me. If my brother went to war, as much as me and him, you know, times had at odds with each other. If he had to go to war, when he was in the Air Force, I would be worried. I mean, it would get to me, but I would know would my brother would be doing his job in protecting this country. Even though I wouldn't like the idea of him going, but I would know he was doing it for his country. And also, Dean, thank you. Thank you thank you for your service. Thank you for you know being there to serve your country. You know, and I do say, even though I'm in America, I think vets know in any vets in around this world should be honored. And us vets know loads of people feel the same. But when this crap is going on, it really grips my shit. Yes, it does. I mean, I may have never been in the Army, but it really gets to me because this is my country too. And I find it offensive because with my dad Army, my brother Air Force, and my boyfriend Coast Guard, military means a lot to me. Even though I wasn't in the military, but having family and a man that I love in a branch of the military, it to me it's like to me if I to me it's like what's now is kind of like I don't know. I mean, I just think this shit should stop. It's like I hate to say this, buddies. It offends me what you're doing to my country. I'm American. I'm proud to be American. You know, I mean, I love this country. I mean, we may have some crazy people here, but there's some good people here too as well. And it's like, I don't know. It makes my blood boil. It makes me almost want to cry because it does hurt that people are trampling all over the veterans who fought for this country and from other countries trampling out as well. That these vets don't mean nothing, you know. That the veterans, you know, what they fought for is for nothing because because of the prisons were slavers. Well, then I don't know. It's just we all need to speak up and say, "Hey, this shit has got to stop." You know, this shit has got to stop now because if it doesn't, then our freedoms begin taken from us, and 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 we're not gonna be able to speak our mind. We'll be censored at every turn. We won't be able to talk to our neighbor or talk to a local cashier, or if we're going grocery store and they can't find it and we can't find it, we can't walk up to somebody who works at the store and say, "Oh, where do you find this?" Because then that person would find that offensive. You know, like I'm gonna say, he who lives in a glass house shall not throw stones. And I think that's what they're trying. That I think that's what they're doing. They're in glass houses and they're throwing stones. And also on top of this, I need to be careful when something upsets me. It can cause my sugar to go up too. So that's the reason why I try not to stress out too much. But this gets in my craw. This this just I just want to take a bat and hit these idiots. Trust me. Maybe knock some sense to them, but I know that's not the answer. But we need to do something to stand up for what we believe and stand up for what is being done to all this stuff. So, anyway, um, okay, see you, Neil. Have a good sleep. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream anyway. Um, but I got a chance to speak my mind and just share what I believe and stuff like that. And I hope someone I hope some people stand up and say, okay, this enough is enough. We're gonna stop this because this is not gonna change things. So I thank you all who have came to the chat. And yes, I will be there Saturday, Liz. I'll be trolling the chat. Um, because I like Torchwood. So anyway, you guys have a nice evening, and thanks for listening to me ramble on. Um, I hope you did like this. If you did, hit the like button. Um, so, oh, as I always would say, kiss you on the flip side. That's my favorite saying. So I'll see you later. Bye.